performer is Mr. Erik Khamphouy. Erik was born in Elgin, a suburb of Chicago. Erik was destined to live the average life until fate brought him to the middle of nowhere, Arkansas. There he was raised as a country boy who could manage chickens, pigs, and cattle. But the call of the city in his home state called to him, bringing him out of the pastures and into the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. Give it up for a very funny individual performing here for the very first time, Mr. Erik Khamphouy!
Yeah, it's really hard to get out of Arkansas because, like you said, it's in the middle of nowhere. And then you come here, and you still get lost in the cornfields before you finally find the university. But I have to be on my best behavior tonight because, you know, it's not because I'm first time at the Ultra Lounge, but because they have a pre-police profile of me right here being made, so that when I get in trouble, they'll be like, what does he look like? Well, he performed at the Soma Lounge, so we can get his picture up right now. But no, yeah, I was from Arkansas, so I had, my experience in Arkansas is that I had to manage chickens, and I was raised with them. My dad actually named all of our chickens. Like, he named them Tim, Kevin, Eddie, all sorts of stuff. So I had like 9,000 brothers. So I have to pick up the eggs and use that as our profit. So I learned that my brothers are really big assholes. What they do, they attack anything that moves, and that's not a chicken. And they'll see me picking up eggs, and they'll see me, and they'll come up from behind me, and they'll be like, oh, guys, check this out. And they'll be like, double kick! And they hit me, and I was like, oh! And so I was always in pain, and I had to go back to school saying I was bullied because that's the only way I had to live with that. And I would also find out that the hens were no better. They thought that my hands were like little worms, so they start pecking at my hand. So not only do I have to keep my eyes on the roosters, but I also have to keep my hands like moving like ninja style, trying to get the egg that they're protecting. So I had to come up with a clever way to go about beating these guys. And when I see an egg and there's a hen there, very simple, I go up and I go, boom! And then egg, and I'll be like, hen, boom! Egg. And it was really easy after that, although my dad was wondering why there were so many dead chickens laying around after that. I started playing tennis in Arkansas because my dad said that basketball and football were not Asian American dominated sports. And so I got to get at that tennis swing, and I was learning how to do it, and I came here to the University of Illinois, and I was playing with my friends, and I learned that all of my friends are a lot better tennis players than me. And all of them were Asian, and then I figured that out. Like, all of the Asians that I see are really good at tennis, they're good at ping pong, they're good at racquetball, and all these racket sports. And I'm like, why is that? Is it because we're Asian? And I decided, no, it's because we're Asian and we beat our kids. So like, we'll take the racket and we'll like, bam, we'll practice our forehand, or backhand, and then we'll be like slamming. And I thought that the one that had it the worst was Bruce Lee's son, because I watched Bruce Lee. No, not just Bruce Lee's really good at martial arts and he can beat the shit out of anyone with pinky. It's Bruce Lee because he fucking plays ping pong with nunchucks. So I wonder what he beats his kids with. So my name, as Chris introduced me, was Erik Khamphouy, but I changed that in 8th grade because it's pronounced actually Khamphouy. But in 8th grade, you don't go up to kids and introduce your last name as Khamphouy. They'll be like, they have so many ways to make fun of you. And so I had to change that later on. But now I make fun of my girlfriend's name because her name is Sikyo, and I pronounce it Psycho because I have no idea why she's still with me. Because I do some weird stuff, especially since we're boyfriend and girlfriend. We do some like things, you know, intimate. And okay, guys. Rated G, right? Okay, we're doing intimate stuff. But I'm a comedian, so I just do crazy stuff as my life. And I will be in the bedroom and like we'll be doing something, and I'll be like, I'm working on, I want to work on my voice acting. So I'll just be like, she'll be like, I'll be making the weirdest noises, and she's like, Dave, you're killing the mood. And I'm like, all right, I won't work on my voice acting in bed. So then I decided I wanted to work on, my facial expressions, so I can, because if I want to be an actor, which I feel like I want to do along with comedy, I want to be able to convey the emotion that I'm, wanting to convey. I'll be like angry or sad, and we'll have sex again. But then, I have this face. I'll be like, so yeah, she's still with me for a very temporary, I think, amount of time until I do something weird again in bed. When I met her, I was also being really weird. Well, I wasn't weird at first. I just kind of liked stealing her phone, which I don't know if that's weird, but I noticed my other guy friends do it. And so, I do it, but then they started to do it after me. So then I start stealing her phone, and I kind of talked to my friend, and he's a psychiatrist, he's studying, he's in psychology, and he's like, Eric, I think I understand why you steal her phone. It's a metaphor in your mind for her vagina. And I'm like, what? Come again? And he's like, think about it. We psychiatrists, we have to analyze your behavior. The vagina is always with her, and so is her phone. It's played with the same way. And if she really likes you, you'll be in both of those. Yeah. I don't know if my psychiatrist is my friend anymore, though. I'm gonna end with that set because I had that all planned out for you. Hopefully it'll come out again. That's so emotional. Or hopefully not, depending on how weird I get. But I will keep Chris in mind because Chris will be my popcorn man. I'll be in the back of the movie theater and I'll be like, Chris, you got the stuff? He'd be like, yeah, I got it wrapped up and bagged and everything. All right, Chris. Thank you for making a great audience.
Give it up for Mr. Erik Khamphouy. Oh my God. I done went from joking to being a dope boy with popcorn. I'm gonna see one of y'all in Marketplace Mall. Well, no, I won't. No one goes there.